Okay, here we go.
Lately, there is so much talk about the early success, and I'm sure you must have heard very often people saying that the earlier you will start working on something, the earlier you'll get the results. But what if I told you that starting earlier isn't the only thing, or it's not enough to succeed or to get the best possible results? It's about the vision you start with, because to become successful, first you need to build the foundation for it. And that's why it's not necessary that every brilliant idea can always have the best monetary value or can become a most profitable business. And it became so true with the company we are talking about today. This company was once considered one of the most promising startup in Indian hyperlocal delivery space. The companies like Google and Reliance were funding them, and this company was on its way to become a unicorn company. And the company we are talking about is none other than Dunzo.
It seems like trouble for Indian startups keeps brewing. Reliance and Google-backed quick commerce company Dunzo has deferred a part of the salary for over 50% of its staff for around 2 months.
After Byju's, another startup is wrestling with trouble. Homegrown quick grocery delivery provider Dunzo has received legal notices from at least 7 companies since March this year for non-payment of dues.
Cash-strapped quick commerce platform Dunzo has laid off 150 to 200 people in the latest round of layoffs. The platform also received a legal notice from Facebook India over non-payment of dues.
In last 2 years, Dunzo has seen unexpected downturns and find itself lost in a storm of hurdles like layoffs, failed to clear employee salaries, co-founders' resignations, and worrisome revenue to expenses ratio that has cast a shadow over the company. And all these things happened because Dunzo took some bold steps that did not pay as much as expected. In today's case study, we will try to understand what's the story of Dunzo, what are the challenges they have faced, and most importantly, what are the mistakes that Dunzo has made that we can learn from. Dunzo started with a small WhatsApp group which helped their friends, family and neighbors to get their work done, like pick some important document from their home or send something to their friend, boss or client. And because Dunzo managed their own operations by themselves, which helped them to manage quality of service without any obstacle. And due to the surge in demand, the WhatsApp-based business and service were transformed into an app in 2016. And as per the statistics, in January 2023, Dunzo was getting almost 5,27,000 traffic per month organically. Dunzo raised its first round of funding of $650,000 in March 2016 from well-known investors including Rajan Nandan and MD of Google India. Again in December 2017, Dunzo received $12 million in fresh round from Google and from other existing investors. And this was Google's first direct investment in startup in India. After receiving funds, Dunzo grew quickly. Their monthly order went from just 15,000 to 2 million in 2021, and this is more than 130 times growth. But when Dunzo were growing, their losses per order were also growing. If you look at their finances, Dunzo spent 9 rupees to earn every single rupee, and the total expenses of Dunzo jumped from over 3-folded from 531 crore rupees in 2022 to 2054 crore rupees in financial year 2023. And not only that, the advertising cost raised nearly 5 times from 64 crore rupees in financial year 2022 to 309 crore rupees in financial year 2023. Basically, Dunzo was mostly focused on gaining more subscribers, and hyperlocal model-based business helped Dunzo to almost double their subscribers and increase their revenue. The company has closed a $500,000 funding, and it was on its way to become a unicorn. But their attempt to capitalize on quick commerce market contributed to their downfall. And entering into a quick commerce business was Dunzo's first mistake. How? You see, if you want to run a quick commerce business and deliver things immediately, then one thing that you are going to require at most is a huge network of delivery agents and high density of dark stores. Those who don't know about what a dark store is, well, dark stores refer to retail distribution center or outlet or a large warehouse that caters to exclusively online shoppings, whereby delivery agents collect the order and deliver them to the customers who have placed them online. And we all know it takes a lot of money to establish and run these dark stores. But still, to compete in quick commerce space, Dunzo opened 140 dark stores. And that too when Dunzo still had not managed to hyperlocal business profitable completely, which led them to run out of money. And on top of that, one of the major problems that quick commerce companies had to deal with is anyhow they had to sell the goods and groceries. If they won't sell it, it will go end up wasted because many of these groceries are perishable. And if they go expire, company going to bear that cost. And that makes a running dark store model successfully very difficult and expensive. But at this time, Dunzo was so desperate to get more funding to compete with their competitors like Instamart, Blinkit, Big Basket and Zepto. They raised $240 million from Reliance in January 2022, which made Dunzo's total funding $457 million. This seems like a win for Dunzo, but it only makes the situation worse. Why? One, if you look at Dunzo's competitors like Swiggy's Instamart and Zomato's Blinkit, where Dunzo has capital in millions, which seems huge, but their competitors has billions, which they can spend and continue to burn for a much longer time than Dunzo. Two, that's where Dunzo made second mistake, because Reliance took almost 26% stake in Dunzo's for $240 million, and with 25% stakes, Reliance got veto power against any big decisions like share issues and acquisitions. And guys, after a disagreement on valuation, Reliance not only refused to provide additional funding for Dunzo, but also did not allow them to raise fund from other investors. And today, Dunzo's quick commerce business is shut down in all major cities except Bangalore, where they still have 7 dark stores. Finally, what we can learn from Dunzo's mistake. 1. Scaling sustainably is crucial. Dunzo's pivot from hyperlocal business to quick commerce market with Dunzo Delhi in 2020-21 did not work out well, as it faced tough competition from bigger rivals like Swiggy's Instamart, Zomato's Blinkit and Zepto. Thanks to well-known investors' funding, Dunzo may have grown so quickly, but without building a strong foundation for efficient operations and profitability, Dunzo ended up committed suicide. So, it is very important for any organization to have balancing growth with sustainable practices and focusing on profitable before massive scaling. 2. Manage cash flow wisely. Dunzo's aggressive expansions like opening hundreds of dark stores and hiring in 2020-21 and 2022 drained its resources to the limit that company had to resort to venture debt, but still they did not become profitable. And at the end, they had to close their business from all major cities except Bangalore. So, in terms of growth and expanding goal, a company should have more realistic and calculated goals and secure enough capital to sustain its operations and innovation. And it's essential and so much important to have sustainable core business before venturing out into new business segment. And most importantly, a company should not lose its USP. And that's all for this video. See you in the next one.